Have you ever wondered what makes a story truly epic? What combination of characters, conflict, and world building can capture the imagination of millions and become a cultural phenomenon? Today, we're journeying to the heart of one such story, a world of ice and fire, of kings and queens, of honor and betrayal. We're talking, of course, about Game of Thrones, based on George R.R. Martin's masterful book series, A Song of Ice and Fire. The show transports us to the continent of Westeros, a land as beautiful as it is brutal. Here, the seasons can last for years, even decades, and the great noble houses, each with their own history, sigil, and ambitions, play a deadly game for the ultimate prize, the Iron Throne. At the center of it all is the capital, King's Landing, where the throne, forged from the swords of conquered enemies, sits as a symbol of absolute power. From the very first episode, we're plunged into a web of political intrigue. The story kicks off with the death of the Hand of the King, Jon Arryn, which draws the noble Eddard Ned Stark of Winterfell into the Viper's nest of the royal court. He's a man of unwavering honor in a place where honor gets you killed. His journey south sets in motion a chain of events that will shatter the fragile peace of the Seven Kingdoms and ignite a devastating civil war. The War of the Five Kings. We meet the key players, the Starks of the North, whose family motto, "Winter is coming," is both a literal warning and a somber philosophy. There's Ned, his strong-willed wife, Catelyn, their hopeful children, Robb, Sansa, Arya, Bran, and Rickon, and the mysterious Jon Snow, Ned's supposed illegitimate son. They represent duty, family, and a northern resilience that will be tested beyond all measure. Then we have the Lannisters, the wealthiest and perhaps most cunning house in Westeros. Their words are "Hear me roar," but their unofficial motto, "A Lannister always pays his debts," speaks volumes about their nature. There's the ruthless patriarch, Tywin Lannister, the beautiful but manipulative Queen Cersei, her twin brother, and secret lover, Jaime, the Kingslayer, and their brilliant, underestimated brother, Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion, often scorned for his dwarfism, becomes one of the most compelling characters, navigating the treacherous world with wit and wine as his weapons. The initial conflict between the Starks and Lannisters is just the beginning. The death of King Robert Baratheon creates a power vacuum, and soon, multiple claimants to the Iron Throne emerge. Robb Stark is declared king in the north, fighting for independence. Robert's brothers, the stern Stannis and the charismatic Renly, each believe the throne is their right. And in the Iron Islands, the seafaring Greyjoys also make their own bid for power. The continent descends into chaos, and alliances are as fleeting as a summer's day. But while the lords and ladies of Westeros fight amongst themselves, a far greater threat is stirring in the frozen lands beyond the Wall. The Wall is a colossal fortification of ice, thousands of years old, manned by the Night's Watch, a sworn brotherhood of outcasts and criminals who guard the realms of men. For centuries, they've been dismissed as little more than a remote penal colony. But the ancient legends are true. The White Walkers, mythical ice demons, have returned, along with their army of the dead, the Whites. These are not enemies you can reason with or bribe. They bring an eternal winter, a long night where all life will be extinguished. Jon Snow, having joined the Night's Watch, finds himself on the front lines of this existential war, trying desperately to unite a fractured world against a common enemy that most don't even believe exists. His journey takes him beyond the Wall, among the wildlings, and forces him to make choices that will define the fate of everyone. And what about the Targaryens? Across the narrow sea, in the eastern continent of Essos, the last heir of the dynasty that once ruled Westeros for 300 years, is on a journey of her own. Daenerys Targaryen, sold into marriage to a powerful warlord, begins as a frightened, exiled girl. But she possesses a strength she never knew. She is the blood of the dragon. Her transformation from a political pawn to a powerful queen is one of the show's most incredible arcs. And she has something no one else in the world has: 3 living dragons. As her dragons grow, so does her power, her army, and her determination to sail west and reclaim what she believes is her birthright, the Iron Throne, with fire and blood. Game of Thrones is so much more than just a fantasy story with dragons and magic. It's a deeply human drama that explores the complexities of power. What does it mean to be a good leader? Is it better to be loved or feared? The show constantly challenges our notions of right and wrong, of heroes and villains. Characters we initially love make terrible decisions, and characters we despise reveal surprising depths of humanity. No one is safe. The show became famous for its shocking twists and its willingness to kill off major characters, reminding us that in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. It's a story about loyalty and betrayal, where family bonds are both a source of strength and a catalyst for tragedy. It's about survival in a world that is indifferent to suffering. From Arya Stark's quest for revenge to Sansa Stark's evolution from a naive princess to a savvy political player, each character's struggle for survival is a compelling story in itself. The world building is second to none. From the snowy plains of the north to the sun-drenched streets of Dorne, from the bustling markets of King's Landing to the exotic cities of Slaver's Bay, every location feels real and lived in. The rich history, the different cultures, the various religions, it all creates a tapestry so intricate and believable that you feel completely immersed. Over its 8 seasons, Game of Thrones delivered some of the most memorable moments in television history: the shocking Red Wedding, the epic Battle of the Bastards, the destruction wrought by Dragonfire, and the final, terrifying confrontation with the Night King. It sparked endless debates, theories, and discussions among fans around the globe. While the final season was divisive, there's no denying the show's monumental impact on television and popular culture. It's a story that stays with you long after the credits roll. It makes you think about the choices people make, the price of ambition, and the cyclical nature of history. It's a sprawling, complex, and often brutal saga, but it's also filled with moments of courage, love, and hope, even in the darkest of times. Whether you're a longtime fan looking to reminisce or a newcomer curious about all the hype, diving into the world of Westeros is an unforgettable experience. So, what are your favorite moments or characters from the series? Who did you root for in the great game? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back to Westeros, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the stories we love. See you next time.